Well, howdy folks, how y'all feeling today? It is 12:58 on Wednesday, June 18th. With today's topic, I figured we needed a timestamp. Before I get this little walk and talk started, my flower-powered people, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, today needs to be a talking toke. Because while both of today's topics are tragedies, one of them is so terrible it has taken me several weeks to even find the words to speak on it. Shit fire, folks. I honestly want to put a trigger warning on what it is I'm about to say, but I can't figure out what words to use to describe it. Okay, honestly, I can't find them. If you're a woman who has ever feared being forced to be pregnant by the state, and that's something that's going to set you off, you should probably click ahead about a minute and a half. Okay, for those not in the know, and for anyone who was wondering if I was aware, there is a woman in Georgia who has been dead for quite some time now, yet her body has been kept alive as an incubator so it could deliver a baby. Her name is Adriana Smith. I'm going to say her name. She is not being kept alive. She is fully brain dead. At no point was there ever any hope in saving her. Yet the state has forced her family to sit there and watch her body rot in a bed so that it could say it delivered a baby. Actually, delivered's not the word. Surgically removed from a posthumous vessel, a baby. After seeking medical attention twice and being turned away for severe headaches, she quickly deteriorated into what can only be described as a vegetative brain-dead state from what is believed to be brain bleeds at 9 weeks pregnant. You know what, I got to stop with the alliteration for a few. Maybe I'll pick it back up when I get into potential world war here in a minute. I want to talk about this situation for what it is. Adriana Smith was denied bodily autonomy in her own fucking death. She is not alive. She was not alive. They did not keep a lady alive until the baby could get here. They kept a corpse active until they could pull the fucking fetus from the vessel. That is it. Against her family's wishes, against her own end-of-life wishes. Her family will now be forced to take care of a child that they were not prepared for and saddled with the fucking medical bills. How can you look me in the eye and tell me everything about this isn't evil? I'm going to tell y'all what I really think, and I hope that the people I am fixing to speak about see this. If you worked in that hospital, if you had anything to do with this situation, I don't care that you just needed to keep your job. I don't care that you were just doing what your state told you to do. I don't care. You chose to be part of this situation, and you are also evil. And I hope, beyond any hope that I have on this earth, that one day you get yours. You didn't have to make some grandstand. You didn't have to unplug her. All you had to simply do was walk away. In fact, that has been the theme. I'm not mixing politics with this, but this has been the entire theme and why I am standing here today. While most of the stuff that I say is indeed about American and world now politics, I speak about morals. I speak about common sense and common decency. And you can't tell me that those doctors and nurses didn't look down at the body on that bed and know what they were doing was wrong. All it takes for evil to prevail is for a few good men to do nothing. So to the family of Adriana Smith, again, I know it means nothing coming from me. I am just a dude from Alabama. But I am so sorry that all of the few good people around you did nothing. And I am sorry that the state that you live in and the system that it has set up has failed you so horribly you had to experience something nobody should ever see. Okay, not quite sure I can wind it back in for the World War III talk, but we'll give it a try. As I am sure you are all aware, ever since Saturday morning till I went to sleep last night, Israel and Iran have been exchanging salvos. More specifically, in what I can only describe as one of the stupidest fucking sentences I have ever heard, the Israeli government decided that they wanted to strike Iran because, and I quote, we needed a preemptive strike in self-defense. I'm going to say that again real fucking slow. A preemptive strike in self-defense. That's not how that fucking works. And I can already hear you now. Actually, Andy, Israel had good information that Iran planned to attack them. Come on now, finish the sentence. And then they did what? Went on the offensive. Yes. If I hear you're talking shit about me, and then the next time I see you in public, I put a pop knot on your forehead big enough to need a training bra, that would make me the aggressor. I'm not saying the Ayatollah is an awesome dude, but I am going to hit you with a sentence that should sound eerily similar. Iran has a right to defend itself. Damn, Mr. Bartender, you been lyrically beating old BB's baby back bitch ass here lately. Y'all got beef? Ever faithful phantom barfly? That's a new hat. I like that. To quote my night's protest sign, I don't like bullies. I don't care where they come from. And old Nettie Genesetti, well, he's a nation-level fucking bully. And I believe that somebody needs to take him behind the woodshed and show him what happens when we get a hold of a bully. But like, on camera, for the whole world to see. Maybe with like crowd control. I don't know. We can donate to add in a few kicks or something. Folks, I really don't know what the fuck else to say. If you can't figure out that the Israeli government is the aggressor here, then I ain't got shit for you. You seem to be severely lacking behind the eyes and between the ears, and especially in the empathy department. Intelligence too, but that's another conversation entirely. Oh, and because of course I have to say this, don't you hop in my comment section saying nothing anti-Semitic. I will shut that shit down. Criticism of the Israeli government is not criticism of the Jewish people. These are not the same things. I don't want to see that shit. Now, that's going to be about it for me today. Real quick before I go, there will not be a video Friday, and there probably won't be a video Monday. I'm going to be doing some stuff, filming some things. There might be some special stuff coming for y'all later in the week or even the week after, but I'm going to be a little unreachable for about the next 6 or 7. Well, kind of. I will be live, not just on my Twitch channel and sometimes on my TikTok, but also on another channel. I'll tell y'all about that when I get there. Spoiler alert, though, Hang Time Crew here on YouTube. This is going to be fun. Y'all just going to have to be patient with me. Fucking Georgia. I swear. You know, sometimes I wish they'd have just let old Sherman keep going straight on down to the sea. And as far as America's involvement in World War III goes, Save-A-Lot Stalin, the ball is in your court, sir. You said no new wars. Stand on that shit. The rest of y'all, if you made it this far, do me a favor, hit all them buttons and keep the motherfucking boots out of your motherfucking mouth, and remember that the golden rule will always remain yeehaw fuck the law. I love y'all. I'll see you down the line.